Hello, everyone. It's been a while, and by a while I mean a while. I don't know how long it's been since I've done one of these, but we're going to talk about a very important topic. Um, what the hell is happening to Kyle Busch? Where we're 18 races in, and he's literally 17th in points, I believe, 18th in points, maybe 16th in points. I believe it's 18th in points. It's right around there. I don't know. I'll throw something up when I'm editing. But it's not been a fun year. Let's go back and just analyze every race. So we'll start out with Daytona first, of course. So the Daytona 500, the biggest stage of racing, there was a lot of hype surrounding Busch, considering he should have won it last year. Yeah, so this year everyone was saying, "Oh, it's his revenge, Rowdy's redemption." Yeah, and by everyone, I mean me. I was saying that. No, so he did pretty good. I think he got stage points at both stages. He was leading a bunch of laps, and then further to go, he gets a speeding penalty. So somehow he gets back up to the lead, and then I think, what was it, like on the final restart or something, I think they were trying to make a third lane or something, and then Chase Elliott went up, and that killed it off. And this is a reoccurring theme. This happens later in the video. Just wait. So then we go on to Atlanta, which, oh my God. Atlanta was amazing. He did great. I think he got a speeding penalty here too, which was his fault or whatever. But he literally lost in the closest finish, or actually not the closest finish anymore. He lost in probably the greatest finish in NASCAR history. A free wide to the line, and he loses by, it's not even a tenth. It's like 0.0007 or something like that he lost by. If you're telling me, if he goes winless this season, and he literally lost out on a win by that much, I don't even know what I'm going to do. So anyways, after that was, I don't know if it was heartbreaking. Other people might say it was, but it wasn't really that heartbreaking. I was like, hey, he got a top 3. It's not bad. He'll win again, right? 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 So anyways, on to Las Vegas. He was very fast at Las Vegas. He was like battling Larson for a lead. Finished like second stage 2 or stage 1. Then you know what happens? Oh, he gets a speeding penalty. And they finishes 26. So anyways, we're on to Phoenix. Maybe Phoenix will be different. Maybe. Just maybe. No, it won't. He has like the worst day. Actually, not even the worst day yet. He has a pretty bad day at Phoenix. He wrecked like 3 times, or spun out 3 times. And finally at the end he mustered like a 20-something place finish. I don't know. So anyways, after that on to, I believe it was Bristol, where he spun out, or he was battling for the lead at one point, left a few laps, then you could tell like his tires weren't doing very good, which that race was very interesting. He started falling back, and then all of a sudden he spins out, and then he starts going backwards, and then that's basically his day over. I think he finished like 20th or something. So at this point, I'm like, oh God, I don't know how this season's going to go. So then we go on to, I believe, Circuit of the Americas, where he would end up finishing 9th after getting like spun out by Bell or something. And then he went up to Bell post-race, and he gave him a word. That was pretty entertaining. So anyways, after that, we go on to next week, which is Richmond, I believe. And, oh my God, Richmond was just painful. He hit the wall, and they finished like 20th or something. Hey, not the worst that's happened this season, but it definitely could have been better. Then we move on to Martinsville, where he ran the beautiful Lucas Oil car. And then he does nothing all day and finishes like 20th or something. So anyways, now that the short tracks are done, he's going to do great, right? He's going to do great. So first we have Texas, and he does pretty good at Texas. He got in the top 10 after like coming from the back or something. Not bad. You need some like top 10 momentum. Then we go on to Talladega, where he was up front most of the race. I think he got stage points. And then at the end, same thing as Daytona, I think. They were trying to get a third lane going, and then Ty Gibbs went up too late and killed off the third lane, and then he finished like 20th or something. So it wasn't that great, but there's still some hope. So he goes to Dover, and he wins the pole. So we're all pretty happy, Maybe our luck is changing now, boys. It's changing. So he finishes 4th, which is amazing, especially after a season or a few weeks he had been having, only getting like 2 top 10s. So that was pretty good. He got stage points too. We go on to Kansas, and he is running top 5 all day. He has a chance to win at one point until the caution comes out. And then with free to go, he spins out. I'm like, oh my god. But Busch is not letting that ruin his day. So he goes all the way from 20th, goes all the way up to the front, and he gets 8th. That's pretty good. I mean, we're all pretty happy about that. So then, I don't remember exactly what happened at Darlington, because this is when I started working, but he finished like 20th something. I think he hit the wall and it broke his car, and then he finished 20th. So that wasn't that great of a day, So then we go on to the All-Star race. Now, the All-Star race is a nice race because it's basically a bye week, right? So, I think, what was it, like lap 1, Stenhouse sent it like free wide, Busch got in the wall or something. So Busch just comes back and wrecks him. And then Stenhouse isn't too happy about that, so he waits on Busch post-race. And they had a very polite conversation with each other, in case you didn't know. So we're just gonna get past that. And next is Charlotte. He's like riding around at the back all day, and then he starts coming up to the front. And then the rain comes, and then and then they call the race for humidity, and then Busch finishes 15th, which ain't that bad. We're going on to Gateway next week. So Gateway, he won last year. He dominated the race. Oh my god. So I wasn't able to watch this race because I was working, but apparently, like, he was doing mediocre for stage 1 or whatever. I don't think he got stage points. Stage 2, though, he was running top 5 most of it. And then guess what happens? Larson gets loose under him because they bang doors or something. And then Larson spins up into him, takes Busch out, end of Busch day. So, all right, there's a bad week every once in a while. That loss kind of hurt, though. Go to Sonoma. He's running top 5 all day, top 10. He's in 4th with a lap to go, and then he gets spun by Chastain, and then he finishes, like, 11th or something. Or, no, it's like 14th or something. Which, it could have been worse, right? So then we go on to Iowa. Oh, he's running top 5 all day. He's doing great. Oh, then he has a technical failure with 50 to go, and his race is over. Isn't that just great, guys? It's just amazing. So then we go to this week where he had, like, I would argue probably the worst race of the season. Now, I had the benefit of being able to finally watch a race. Or actually, I was able to watch Iowa, because I got called off. But I was finally able to watch, like, the first half of the race or whatever. And, yeah, he's in 33rd by lap 40, and he's already a lap down. And I'm like, okay. So I go off to work, and then somehow he unlaps himself. And then he's like in 20th, and I'm like, oh, that's good. So I get off, and I stop looking at my phone. And then all of a sudden I look back on my phone, and he's like dead last somehow. I'm like, what happened? Apparently he spun out like 3 times, and then under caution something broke, and he just left it there. So more of the story, how does this get worse? I don't know if it can get worse. We might have hit rock bottom already. But it might somehow still get worse. This weekend is Nashville, where he's been fine in the past. I think he got top 10 last year, but every track that he's done good at last year, he's sucked at this year. And every track he was bad at last year, he's still bad at this year. So we have no hope. So I don't know, man. I don't know how it gets any worse. I would argue this has probably been worse than 2022. And even one of my IRL friends who also likes Busch, he said it's probably been worse than 2022 too. Right, Mikey? Yeah, I know you agree. Yeah, I don't know how it gets worse. Maybe if he just stops running the zone car, it'll get better. But then again, he ran FICO last weekend, and he had the same luck. So I don't think it's going to get better. Unfortunately, with NASCAR, you don't get a high draft pick if you suck. So I don't know. At least Busch looks happier at RCR than he did at JGR, I guess. But still, I don't really know what's the issues within JG or RCR. I mean, like, I don't know. The car is just not fast half the time. And last year, at short tracks, it didn't look fast last year, but everywhere else was good. This year, even at like tracks he was good at last year, he's still been slow. So I don't know what happened, but no. He has, like, literally not even a quarter of a teammate because Austin Dillon sucks. So you can't really tell how good he's doing. Hopefully he gets an actual teammate soon enough, but I don't know. The ride never ends with Kyle Rowdy Busch. So, no. Thank you all for watching. This was just a ramble video going over all the stuff. Yeah, see y'all later.